What's going on, everybody? This is Sels, and I'm about to give y'all the 10 things you probably did not know about my movie Talk Nerdy to Me. It's my first time doing this, but I like these top 10 things, so I'm about to give y'all mine. So, without wasting too much time, here we go. Number 10. While the movie Talk Nerdy to Me took place in high school, in reality we had to use 3 different school locations to make that happen. The first primary location was the University of Toledo. Shout out to Irene Albee for making that happen for us, and I appreciate the lookout. We also had to use 2 other school locations, one being a high school and another being an elementary school. Number 9. So everybody likes a nice cover, right? Well, the cover for Talk Nerd to Me is pretty sweet, and it was done by Kit Maria. And where it was done at was right in the comfort of my own home. That's right, she took everybody that's on the front of that cover and put them up against my wall, had them do certain poses, and then she did her magic and post. Big shout out to Kit Maria, she dope. Y'all need to get hip to her if y'all don't know who she is, because she makes shit happen. And I thank her for what she did for this movie. Good look, Kit. Number 8. The number 8 spot is a behind the scenes look of how I make a party scene, before and after. Go ahead and check it out. FYI, the music in the actual movie is royalty free music and locally produced music. And then look at her again.
No, I guess not. Music's fine.
Give me another one when you like rubbing on his head and shit.
Sorry. Okay.
Sorry, I make it funny.
Okay, sorry.
You're trying to get me takes it in the can.
And well, look at her first.
Shut up.
Grab his head and kiss him. Number 7. Anybody that's seen the film Talk Nerdy to Me, if you ever wondered who was that voice that played that chinchilla, well, that was your boy Sels. That's right, I went on ahead and added a little character element of myself into this chinchilla just for comedic purposes, and I thought it came out pretty good. Go ahead and check out the chinchilla, y'all. That boy dope.
Because that's how long it takes the Earth to rotate.
Yes! Oh, we got this.
We got this science bowl in the bag.
Yes!
You fuckers need me in the science bowl, bitch.
Number 6. For this spot, we're going to talk about how we started production. We began production in April. We had a snowstorm in April. And this scene here was one of our very first scenes, for the movie. And one of our actors, Melissa Zoss, actually ended up being in an accident trying to come to the location due to slippery roads and shit like that. She also had a few extras that was going to be a part of, this party scene that was with her, that got into the accident as well. I got on the phone, got a hold of her just first and foremost, making sure she was okay, if everything, if she needed any help or whatnot, or just worried about her well-being. She said she was shaken up, still was gonna come to the shoot, was still gonna be a part of the shoot for that day, without me even bringing that up, because in my mind I was gonna work around her lines and her role for that day. But she went on ahead and she was a trooper, and she still came through, went to the ER, made sure everything was cool with her and her peoples. They came out, we ended up knocking out the scene. very grateful, for someone that had that type of dedication, and just thankful that they were safe and we were still able to make this scene happen. Number 5. Yeah, so everything doesn't always go as planned when you have actors and actresses that play roles in your movie. I came across a situation where one of the parents couldn't be a part of the movie at the last minute due to some things they had going on in their personal life. So I had to dig deep and find someone at the very last minute, literally, to play one of the parents, for Roy Micklin. And I found my mama. 4 days before we had to shoot it, I gave her the lines. She, rehearsed them, memorized them, came out there, knocked it out the park. It was a good fit. I'm not saying that the previous person that I intended to have this role wasn't going to do the same, but, it must have been meant to be because, my mom, she came in there and she knocked it out. And I ain't just saying that because she's my mama. She's fucking funny. And she made it very believable. So shout out to her on the last minute, favor that I asked of her, to be a part of this film. Good shit, ma. Everybody liked you. Number 4. So the production of Nerdy went about 3 months, and on them 3 months, you hope for everybody's schedules to be in sync. Sometimes, the inevitable happens, and you have to cancel. And that pretty much happened to us a couple of times. This time in particular, we had a actress that was from out of town that at the last minute couldn't make it down to Toledo to film her scenes. So what we ended up doing, we still got the scenes done. We just had to shoot it 2 separate days. Pretty much Spring Lyons had to speak to nobody on her scenes, and Jessica David on the other end had to speak to nobody doing her scenes because we couldn't get both of them on the same time scheduling to make that scene happen. So what you see as a final product looks like that they're talking to each other, but in reality they wasn't talking to nobody. We had somebody sitting in the couch for Spring scenes, and then we had somebody standing up for Jessica scenes to have the eye correlation, match up to make it look like they were talking to each other. But like I said, in reality, they wasn't even in the same presence for that scene. But that is the only time where we actually had to use, that method, to have people look like they're in the same scene. All the other scenes that we filmed, all the actors was talking to each other, whether we cut from one to the other. Just for that scene, we couldn't do it because of, things that happened that we couldn't control. But we still was able to make it happen, and it still came out flawless. And if I didn't tell you that's how it went, you wouldn't even have known that shit. Number 3, outside of the core players of this movie Talk Nerdy to Me, I really did not know many of the other cast. It was my first time meeting them and their first time meeting me, and it was everything went smooth. Outside of the fact that no one knew me and what I can do, I didn't know them and what they can do. We made shit happen and we made it work. Chad Zufer, Spring Lyons, Vanessa Leonard, Melissa Zoss, Charlie Mack, them are like some of the key, core players that I did work with in the past and other venues and stuff like that. But everybody else outside of them, it was their first time meeting me and my first time meeting them. And I got to give them kudos for what they brought to the table and what I was able to bring out of them, for this film. Number 2. Yeah, so I got ties in the music community here in Toledo, and so a lot of the music, the majority of the music actually is local artists here in Toledo, and I actually also included a snippet of a music video that I did for another local musician by the name of Yvonne Ramos, which I shot and directed that music video for them. She is also the 2015 Tejano Music Award winner for Best New Female Artist, and the point of me putting a snippet of that video into this scene was because the video was about a relationship issue, and Spring's character and Rory's character is going through a relationship issue that complements the music video, and the music video complements the film. So a big thank you to Yvonne Ramos and Grupo Fuego for me being a part of what they do, and everybody else that I mashed up with. Thank you all for your music contributions for the film. Number 1. So the final secret Easter egg, what you didn't know about Talk Nerdy to Me, is that the director, producer, executive producer, editor, cameraman, all that shit, he's a fucking Sagittarian. And when it came down to choosing a logo for the Wellington High cheerleaders, I wanted that shit to stand out. I was looking specifically for something to put a stamp on what the fuck I am, which is a Sagittarius. And whatever I could find that was close enough to the half man, half beast, that's what I found, and that's what you see when you watch the film. Very dedicated, to the craft, and very thankful to everybody who was a part of the vision. People that had an inkling of what I could do and was a part of it, and people who had no fucking idea of what I could bring, but they trusted that I can do something. I thank everybody for being a part of this film. Everyone from the cast to the behind the scenes cats. Everybody did a phenomenal job. I'm very pleased with the final product, and this is not going to be the last you hear of me. I guarantee that. So look out for the next film that's going to be coming from the mind itself. It all depends on what feels right. This felt right for the time. It matched up with what I like to see, and I just came out with a vision, man, to help complement the story. Shout out to Shadon Manigault, because he's the one who wrote the script. I had to tweak it a little bit, but overall, it is his story with my vision. So thank everyone who was a part of it. I really do appreciate it. And until we meet again, everybody stay safe, be blessed, and enjoy your life, man. All right.